guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun wide trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. Ready?
Right.
What's going on, everyone? Cap24 here from HuddleGG. In today's video, we're going to talk about a simple concept that can absolutely destroy metas that you guys are facing right now and really set up the ability to make your opponent have to play defense a certain way that opens up your whole offense. Now, this is going to come out of the Arizona Cardinals game plan that I'm actually dropping next week. Right. In the past, guys, I used the Arizona Cardinals. I was using empty. You guys know that I've been empty all year. It's time now that the year has passed. We're going to start adding more formations to where we're going to give a different game plan and really just update that. Where you guys have a lot of different solutions that is going to be outside of empty that I'm really excited to bring to you. But however, don't look at this and say this is just a Cardinals thing. This is going to be a concept thing, and I'm going to guarantee you, you're going to find this play in almost every playbook that you have in the game, okay? And the concept is a curl combo concept, okay? Now, just in this playbook alone, you're gonna see that I have it in doubles Y flex. I can go to doubles weak. You can see that I have it here to the left side on this play. I go to doubles, you're gonna see that I have it here on the Y thing here on the right side. You can see that I got all these options when it comes to just those three, this playbook, right? Now, the reason why I'm choosing this, I'll just choose doubles Y flex. I'm on the right hash mark, is that there are two routes that you really want to have when it comes to this. It's going to have the running back swing, and I'm going to show you what we're doing with this, and also the tight end, or in this case, the slot receiver on this little spot route, okay? Such a simple concept that's really going to open your offense, right? This is something that I've been doing all year, but since I've been empty and you guys been seeing me on stream empty, you haven't seen this. I discovered this route like literally week one. I talked to Pick'em about it, and I told him I'm going to put this in a game plan. It's just taken me 4 months to do so because now I'm in a formation I can do it in, right? So let's talk about the first meta. The first meta people are going to do is they're going to run a cover two, and what they're going to do basically is they're going to put, say, this vert hook right here, and basically a curl flat, right? They can do something like this where they're putting him here in a curl flat. He's going to be about 5 yards or 0 yards, depending on what depth they want to put him in. And typically that means that this guy's going to be in 30 yards or 25, depending on what depth they want to put him in. A lot of times that's going to be to the short side of the field. Then what you're going to see a lot of times is that they're going to rotate their coverage to where a lot of times what you're going to see is that they're going to put these guys on thirds and run something like this. So this is a meta that you'll see a lot, right? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to first have you just check to see, are they pressed or not pressed, okay? If they are not pressed, there's a good chance that that's what you're going to face because the cloud flats cannot be pressed in this game in order for them to basically be in a position to get back, okay? So if they're not pressed, we're going to assume that they're in a cover two, or it doesn't matter, they could be in a cover three and they're deeper, right? It does not matter in the situation. But what we're going to do if they're not pressed, we're just going to put the RB on a smart route. You see how it has a really nice rounded route? And then we're going to motion them to the line of scrimmage. And what that's going to do is going to give you an opportunity to look like it's a bubble, and it's going to turn into a wheel. Now, if you look at this defense, what I'm going to do is I'm also going to put the Y right here, just so you're aware, on a corner route. I mean, not corner route, a curl route. So the user has to cover either the A or the Y in this situation, depending on which way he wants to do it. If he wants to go to the left, then we're going to hit this A really quickly right here in this little spot. If he wants to go to the right, we're going to hit the other curl. You've heard me a bunch of times, curls on the numbers, curls on the numbers, curls on the numbers, okay? Those are the easiest ways to beat cover four quarters when they're in default, Mabel coverages, a lot of different coverages, right? But what I like about this is if I move this guy over, and they're doing this, right? So they're, I'm just making sure that we're showing the first meta here, right? They put those guys in a 5 and 10, whatever. They do the same thing here. They can, I mean, if they really wanted to, they can just man up the Y here and just play this so they have one player, right? Say that's the case. They got one player that's gonna cover the A. So that means that if that's the case, the user is gonna cover the A, and they got this pretty much covered, those two players, right? If that's the case, what we're gonna see is that the A is gonna take this player down, the B is gonna get open right here, and we got ourselves an easy catch. That's gonna happen all day long, okay? It doesn't matter, like I said, if they're in cover three, or if they're in cover in cover two. Basically, those guys are gonna go back as long as they've got that there, right? So that's the first way we can attack this really easily. We got the Y on the curl, we've got the A on the curl, and we've got the ability for them to basically hit that B. Now, let's just say they're in cover 2, right? They are in cover 2, they don't do anything. The first thing you're going to notice is that this RB is going to get open right off the flat, right? If nobody runs over there, just hit this RB, catch this ball, get yourself an easy 5-6 yards. It's just like a bubble, right? If they don't have anybody going there and you see that they're backing up, that's an easy throw for you, right? That's the easiest way to do it. Now, let's assume that now they're in a cover 3, right? They move these guys down, and if they are pressing their players, I'm going to tell you, 99% of the time, this guy is going to be in a deep quarter or a deep half. I mean, a deep quarter or a deep third. He's not going to be in a cloud flat because of the fact that he basically can't back up fast enough for this, right? If they do that, you're going to be able to run right by them, right? If they do cover 2 press, it's probably one of the worst things in this game, to be honest with you, unless they're trying to bait you, on a play. But for the most part, nobody's really running that type of style because you can run right by them, right? So if we do this, the only difference we're going to do now is if we see them pressed, we're going to put the B on a streak. And the reason why is we want to basically take the outside player that they're trying to run really, really slow down there to do the deep. We're going to take them out of the play. And when you see that, what you're going to see is the curl flat's going to come down. We're still going to have the ability to hit the A if we want. But what we're going to do here, depending on how they cover it, we're waiting for the wheel to go up the field. And now you got yourself an easy catch because they only have one player there. And because of the fact that this route is so delayed, it's going to open up so much space. What they're trying to do with these deep route KOs or deep zone KOs is basically take away anything that is near them. But look how much space we have between these two players. They'll never be able to, and this is at 5 yards, right? If they're at 0 yards, it's even faster. But at 5 yards, you can see that they're never going to be able to do this, and you're going to get some easy yards up the field. So they really have to defend this differently when it comes to Mabel coverage. It's not going to defend it. Whether it's at a cover 2 or cover 3 press, cover 4 press, it does not matter. It's not going to work. So a lot of times what people are going to do, I'm just going to kind of go through the staircase of what they do. They're going to go to match coverage. A lot of times, people are like, I can't figure this out. Let me go to match. Well, this also goes ahead and destroys match. I'm going to show you the route combination that I would do against match to make it destroy it. So let's just go to palms and quarters. Let's make sure I got them both in there. So let's just start with palms. And what you're going to see here is that we'll go ahead and we will take curl combo. We will go ahead and do the same thing, move this guy over. Now, what you want to do if they start running a lot of match, you want to put that B on a streak and you just want to flat the A. Double flats absolutely kill match, right? And what you're going to see is that the B is going to basically take both those players. When it takes both those players, the RB is going to be wide open. Nobody's going to see them, and you're going to have all this room to make your play, right? That's just what you're going to just understanding, knowing, right? If they're off coverage, we can run the double curls. If they are pressed, and we think they're in cover 4 or cover 3 because they're pressed, then we're going to go and we're going to drive them off with that streak route, right? We're going to put them on the B on a streak and we're going to move the guy up. If we see that they're starting to go into match coverage, then we're just going to do the double flats, right? We're just going to make sure that this guy goes over here and we do the double flats. And then when I say the flat, the RB's first movement is flat, right? And that's going to give only one player that's going to go past the 10 yards. And they're basically end up going to double team him by that time, right? And that's what gets that player open, right? We can do the same thing over here, like if we're doing this, right? And just know, say the user runs all the way out to the right, then you're just gonna know that basically you have that ability to, go ahead and change up your players on the left to really give yourself some more opportunities, right? So what I really wanted to talk about in this video is how you can go ahead and have simple routes, simple combinations to get people to have to adjust to you, so that opens up the rest of your scheme, right? And I think that's a huge part that people don't realize is that you want to get yards down the field at will and basically, drive things. It's the 1,000 paper cuts, right? That you're gonna be able to do, that they're gonna have to eventually change. And when you start seeing what they're changing to, then that opens up, the rest of your plays. And that's why I wanted to kind of show you this as a scheme starter per se. And once you kind of get the reads down and understand what you need to do when you see different things, you're going to have a really nice, successful offense that we're going to be putting out next week. That's going to start with this concept, as one of the plays to depict what they need to run. And if they don't, get out of it, then you kind of, build off of it. but definitely something that I wanted to bring to you guys. Definitely check that out, our website. Basically, if you guys are interested already in what I do in Cardinals Empty, we're going to start coming up with more formations that I'm going to build off of, and it's going to be several different formations that we're going to, basically release, in a series of releases. That way you guys can basically get one formation, and then the next formation, throughout the next month. So appreciate you guys, and we will catch you on the next video.